Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aries. If Aries is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Knock, knock, knock. Let's see, what do these leaves have to say? And so, I hope you all are doing well. Our card that is picked from the pile tonight is the Eight of Wands, which in the Thoth system has to do with swiftness. So yes, going quickly, a swift mind. As you know, the wands have a lot to do with the fire, the kind of vital element that keeps things alive and moving. A lot of motion, action, motivation, ideas, creative energies. Okay, so I'm just kind of checking this out here. Okay. Now, this one. Okay, so the two big ones I'm seeing up here. And this one looks like a dog with its mouth open, almost like it's like barking. Okay. And then over here we have what looks like kind of a goose with its neck all kind of twisted up and its mouth wide open, like it's kind of honking at this dog. So it seems like there's some kind of argumentative energy happening. It seems like possibly this is something that like a storm that rolled in very quickly and blew everything around. This seems big. These are large formations. It seems loud. It seems a little bit almost obnoxious. It seems a little bit out of control. Now, does this have to do with you getting into an argument? I don't know. With the dog, it makes me think that it involves somebody who's a good friend. There's that loyal quality, somebody that you love, somebody that you're close to. And then with the goose, I almost think like a family member or somebody, maybe like this is terrible, but I think immediately of like an in-law or something. I almost wonder if there's a situation because of some kind of festivities, being out, in like a picnic or some kind of barbecue or a party, or maybe this is even like on social media, just kind of going back and forth in the comment section. But it seems like somebody is twisted up. Actually, it seems like two people at least are pretty twisted about this. So there's, just this kind of quick back and forth, really cutting at each other. Do you want to get involved with this? I don't know. Do you often get involved in these kinds of things? I don't think so. So I feel like this has put you kind of in a weird position where, of course, you want to be there for your friend. You want to have their back. You want to, take up for them. But then it's like somebody else who is important in your life in some way. But like, if you take a stance about this, it's really kind of going to be some fallout. Now, if you don't take a stance or a side, there's also going to be some fallout. So where do your loyalties lie, I guess? You know, if it were me, they would lie with myself because I would not engage in that. You know, these are probably adults, and they probably, you know, if they're getting to this point in a place where other people can witness it, this is probably not out of the norm for them, at least some of the time. So, you know, I'm sorry that this is going on. I'm sorry that it seems like, especially, you know, in the Northern Hemisphere, it seems like when we get to this part of summer, and we're in the first week of July as I am recording this, it seems like people just lose their sense of, you know, grounding to some degree. There's a lot of wild energy going on. There's also the full moon happening as I'm reading this too. Well, it'll be tomorrow, I think, going into the beginning stages. So, you know, people are really kind of, you know, just kind of not making good choices all the time. And these things can escalate easily, you know, so I think either be a mediator, try to get this thing settled out, you know, very diplomatically, which, you know, Aries, if anybody can do it, probably you can. You are definitely a leader, but you have to temper your emotions because I know you can get hot quick. So take it easy with this. Don't get too involved. If it is in your best interest, just walk away, you know? And I even see here, it looks like, to me from this side, it looks like a cat with maybe somebody riding on them, flying away into the sky, just taking off. And so, I think that really things in your life in general are moving fast, okay? I think that, you know, aside from this kind of thing that just erupted in the forefront of everybody's kind of, you know, lives right now, everybody related or kind of peripheral to this are seeing it play out. But I think also for you, there is kind of this real high energy. You're like in high gear. There's kind of a maybe some kind of work project, some kind of creative project that has come up for you, and you know, it's kind of stressful, but when you get into this mode of you know, being under stress, having deadlines, unexpected responsibilities, you actually are often at your best. And I'm sorry, that's the cat. She's banging on knocking on the door. And so anyways, I think that you get in good, like perfect form. I can see you, you know, the very, kind of agile, very kind of stealth, kind of, even when you kind of fall, you land on your feet like a cat, you know, and I think that there's just that real hyper intelligence. And so I think that this is really going to be a good situation. This is kind of a wonderful blessing for you. I also think this is an opportunity for you to really shine. I think within whatever this has to do with, probably work. It seems like this might be a work thing, but it could be creative. This is really, could be, if you do it right, it could be kind of the thing that gets your foot in the door and gets you to that next level. Maybe, you know, lined up for some kind of raise, looking at a new position, maybe, networking, taking on new clients, whatever it is that you do, this is going to be something that really could be very helpful. Okay, so I want to look at this one first. We have somebody sitting in a chair. It looks like it's enthroned. Okay, so that is like a throne. It is elevated. This would be something like royalty, a high priest, high priestess. And then we have a flower over the top. Okay, and then pointing out, and there's an exclamation mark. And this one looks like it reminds me of one of those ancient fertility goddesses, like the Venus of Willendorf. I think that's what it's terrible. I was going to say Waldorf, but I have that statue. I used to have it on the desk here. Well, anyways, one of the ancient fertility goddesses that are more full-bodied. And anyways, they are related to fertility by, researchers and archaeologists and anthropologists and such. I don't know that every female statue has something to do with fertility, but it could be. I don't know. So anyways, I see this person sitting, pointing. I really think that this is a ripeness of creativity, ideas. That energetic flow is large and really available to you. Okay, there's access to it. Now, how are you going to activate your ability to really tap into that kind of, creative energy of the universe? What techniques do you have? What works for you? And so in this enthroned posture with the flower over the top of the head, this is kind of almost like an enlightened seating, but also that you have mastered some kind of technique. If it's like meditation, active imagination, some kind of visualization, whatever it is that you do, what you use to get into this place, this creative flow, brainstorming, whatever, I would definitely rely on that because it's there and it's very potent. That's a very potent symbol, okay? And here we have two figures, humanoid, and kind of coming together, and a flower growing between them. Okay, so we have kind of this flower motif, which I like to think of, at least in a context like this, as kind of a blossoming relationship, or kind of a like blossoming creative or just ideas coming from the subconscious, right? Like a lotus flower blooming out of that kind of large pond or ocean, or however you want to think of the unconscious mind. These beautiful flowers blooming and kind of being that origin place of new and innovative and beautiful and enchanting things that you kind of pull over into your conscious, in your, the front of your mind, where you can then articulate them or, render them in some way. Okay, so with these two figures, I feel like this could be a partnership in your work, maybe a collaborative situation that might be really helpful for you. You are a person that's really good at working on a team. And usually being the lead, of course, but this could also be kind of those, different parts of yourself coming together and forging something really profound. Okay, I think either way, this could really be such an important moment for you. Okay, now we're going to take a look at this one. Okay, so we have a cat and a bird. And I feel like somebody from maybe somebody in your life, okay? I don't know what time of their life they are part of, if you are going to be meeting them for the first time or if you have known them for a long time. But it seems like somebody who is a rather emotional person is going to be reaching out to you and kind of trying to rely on you for some kind of connection. Okay, maybe as a friend, somebody to listen to them. Maybe they just they want you to give them attention and you're really good at giving attention. Being sweet, flirty, whatever it is. But I just think that even this might actually help you with the other work that you're doing, but I think it could also be distractive. I think this is where things kind of go awry for you usually, is that you really get into this good place where you're doing very well. You're just, kicking butt, and something distracts you. A new love interest, a new passion or hobby or whatever, and your whole vibe gets kind of mixed up, and you start kind of pouring yourself into this other thing, and you get off track. So I think that really this is just a really important time to temper self, and make sure that you are staying on course here. Okay, Aries, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor. We are doing, just amazing things here at the channel as a community. I feel so connected to so many of you now, and I appreciate all of you. I really do. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. It's growing the channel. We just hit 11K. And so, that's pretty amazing. It's each of you. I mean, really. And so if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next video comes out. Other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I read all of them. I try to get back to them as quickly as I can. And, usually it's within a day. But other than that, if you want to share the video too, that also helps with engagement quite a bit. And really just the engagement helps with the algorithm, and it just, reaches more and more people. And so, what was the other thing? Oh, and I was just going to mention, if you are coming over from my husband's channel, I know a lot of you do, or if you're going over there to watch his videos from here, I just really want to give you a big shout out. Thank you for that. He's an amazing tarot reader. If you don't know who he is, his channel is Dove and Serpent Tarot, and his name is Paul, and he's amazing, so go check him out. All right, I want to thank you again, and we will talk in just a few days.